Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and this video is a little bit different. So, this is just a video voicing out my opinion. If you don't agree with me, that's alright, but, I just want to voice out my opinion about this, because I've been thinking about this opinion for many months now. Or years, I don't know. But, yeah, I just want to voice out this opinion, because I've been keeping it in my mind for so long, I just have to voice it out now. So, no, I'm not going to be making Chuck E. Cheese content. I just wanted to share this because Chuck E. Cheese was really cool when I was younger. And, it was super cool when I was younger. I don't go to it anymore, sadly, but I went to it when I was younger. So, yeah. So, my opinion on this whole Chuck E. Cheese video thing is that I kind of think Chuck E. Cheese, the popularity is slowly but surely dying. And if you want to know why, well, all the videos I basically seen of Chuck E. Cheese in 2021, 2020, and 2022, it's literally empty. Like, it's super empty. I mean, there's a few people, like 3 or 4 people, but that's basically it. Like, Chuck E. Cheese used to be so popular back then. And when I went to Chuck E. Cheese, there were so many people. And now, there's just barely any guests. Like, it's barely. So, here's some proof about, how it's kinda empty at Chuck E. Cheese. Yes, there is a few people, but it's still super empty. And this is kind of sad because Chuck E. Cheese used to be my life when I was younger, and now it's literally just dying of popularity. And my friend also went to Chuck E. Cheese as well, and I asked him if there was any guests where he was, and he said, sadly not. Or something like that. I think I said that wrong, but whatever. He said no. And here's his video about Chuck E. Cheese, and he's right. There is barely any guests there. And it's pretty sad to think about. This just feels terribly wrong. And Chuck E. Cheese is making so many of these weird changes, like removing stages and whatnot. I'm not a Chuck E. Cheese nerd, but they're removing a lot of stuff. Even the animatronics, even. And it's just a whole chaos. Like, it's just chaotic. And this doesn't feel right. This just feels depressing how Chuck E. Cheese is now. It's not as popular as it used to. Yes, it has a big fan base, but still, for example, Spiral Entertainment, but, it's not as popular as it used to be, and there's not a lot of people, because I saw Chuck E. Cheese near me, and it didn't have any people. Like, there was no people. Like, I've seen many Chuck E. Cheese locations near me, and there's literally nobody. I did see this one location where there was a decent amount of cars, like 3 or something, I forgot. But still, Chuck E. Cheese buildings are becoming super empty, and it's not as popular anymore. And that's pretty sad, because Chuck E. Cheese is literally the only animatronic pizzeria we got, and it's literally almost fading away slowly, which I don't want to happen, because literally, I'm not, like, super into Chuck E. Cheese, like how I'm into FNAF a lot, but still, I just don't want Chuck E. Cheese to be completely gone, because it was literally my life when I was younger. So, yeah, it's very, bad. The stuff is just kinda bad. So yeah. Also, a year ago or something like that, Chuck E. Cheese actually went bankrupt because they didn't get enough guests. And a lot of Chuck E. Cheese places are now abandoned, and the Chuck E. Cheese FNAF rumor that started up, for some reason, but that's not true, don't listen to that stuff. But, yeah, Chuck E. Cheese, is just dying slowly of popularity. I don't like Chuck E. Cheese because of Five Nights at Freddy's. I like it mostly because of the animatronics, the way they look. They just look amazing. I love animatronics. I love any animatronic. You can give me an animatronic and I'll literally be so into it. Like, I just love animatronics because they just look so amazing, and they just look cool, and I absolutely love them. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I just hope not all Chuck E. Cheese places go bankrupt. And someone told me that they have to make these changes for government purposes, so not a lot of bad things will happen. But, I don't really like these changes, but I understand that I need to make these changes. I just don't like these changes. But yeah, and don't worry, I'm not going to be changing my content. This is only a one-time thing. I just had to voice my opinion because I just really, really had to. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys on the next video. Bye!